Alan here at Urban Arcade, and this is my Street Fighter 5 or V random stories, and this is the first Street Fighter game to come out for the PlayStation 4. Now, as you may or may not know, if you've watched my videos, you'll know I'm a huge Street Fighter fan. I always have been. This isn't going to be an in-depth video like the rest of my random stories, especially about Street Fighter anyway, but I do have quite a bit to say about it. Now, I do love Street Fighter 4. I mean, I played it in the arcades. I own pretty much every variation of the game that's available. Now, obviously I do prefer the original Street Fighter games, but that's not to say I don't play the newer ones. Seriously, I think they're great. But I think the originals hold a massive level of nostalgia that I always come back to. If I ever want to play something and chill out and have fun and kick back and think back to the past and enjoy them games, it's always going to be the original Street Fighter 2 series. Now, along with everyone else, I eagerly awaited the release of Street Fighter 5. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I thought it was a bit too soon, to be honest though, considering Ultra Street Fighter 4 came out for the PS3 and PS4, and yes, I own both on PS3 and PS4, obviously being a digital downloaded version for the PS4. You're greeted with a CGI cutscene that seems very short and slightly unfinished. The reason I say it looks unfinished, I guess, is because Street Fighter 4 had a black ink effect going for it, so it sort of made it look a bit more chiseled, and I guess this is going for a completely different look. It's still very short though. Now, a big highlight for the Street Fighter 4 series were the intros. They were amazing. They would start off with some really pumped up action. It'd really get you going and want to press start before the intro ended. Not this time, it ended quickly, and it starts off to a tutorial stage with static images. Now, I don't have a problem with tutorials. In fact, I loved the tutorial stage on Street Fighter Cross Tekken, but I can imagine a lot of veteran players being a bit impatient with this part of the game. But I think the game opening up to tutorial stage is very helpful, especially for newcomers to the game, so I think there's some things you'll need to learn while playing this anyway. Well, that mainly being the V trigger gauge. Now, if I'm completely honest, I would have preferred it to be animated cinematics, but the static images are fine. It still tells the story, and I do like the tribute of seeing Ryu and Ken training when they're a lot younger. That's good. Upon completion of the tutorial stage, you then have full access to the main menu screen. I went straight to the story mode. I think a lot of people are going to be doing that as well, because that's the main thing you did on Street Fighter, wasn't it? Start a new story, get to know the new characters, get to know the character you're going to be using mainly, which in this case it's always Ryu for me. Once you do start the story, you'll notice you get another set of static image cutscenes and one-round battles with characters and little stories in between. That's where you get your first taste of the solid fighting mechanics, which Street Fighter always seemed to pull off. It ends up leading to your rivalry battle in later life when you fight Ken. The long-awaited battle. The match made in heaven. There's something so satisfying about seeing Ryu and Ken fight, or should I say spar. It's something we always saw as kids. You know, I find it a bit weird he's got a new costume, but come on, they're getting older. This is Street Fighter 5. Well, they've got a bit of a weird friendship if all they ever do is fight each other whenever they see each other, but yeah, they're fighters, so I guess that's what they do. The end of this battle, well in Ryu's case anyway, is you fighting Nash. Yes, Nash is back. Nash! Charlie! If you can hear me, hang in there, buddy. We're coming! We're coming! Sorry about that. I think I've seen Street Fighter the movie about 1,000,000 times because I love it so much. And yeah, and next after, you're thinking, what next? Oh, huh? It's over? Hold on a minute, let me check my watch. That only took about 5 minutes. Well, I guess there's other characters to do it with, so it can't be that bad. Ooh, yeah, the graphics. The graphics look really nice on this game. Yeah, they've really gone into detail. Wow, yeah, yeah. I think the game looks really good visually. Yeah, I keep looking at the scenery and the backgrounds because I think they look brilliant. I think you think so too. Oh wow, yep, nice graphics, brilliant graphics. Like always, Street Fighter has made it their trademark by making scenarios all around the world, really nice fighting stages. My favourite on this one being London, Union Station. Yeah, they've put London in a few of their games, but I really like this. I've always liked the detail of the Street Fighter levels. I don't know why. Sometimes they should just leave them on in the background with the characters standing there with a time limit set to unlimited. I always found that very soothing. I think it's because I can appreciate the level of detail throughout the years. Now on the character selection screen, it doesn't seem like there's that many. There's a few returning characters and a lot of missing ones. Seriously, that's really going to upset a lot of old school Street Fighter fans, including myself to a degree. Now, I always choose Ryu mainly because I want to master him, especially on this game. You get points when you master them, and ultimately they're looking to release a set of characters each month, so I've heard. You can also completely level up your character, so if you're looking to do that, something I'm looking to do, give it a go. Use your main character, master him completely. A new character I really like is Fung. He reminds me of that old Kung Fu style. He's really wacky and strange and very bandy. He's a new bad guy, so it's sort of like he's taken over Sagat's role, because I know Balrog's going to be in this again. But hey, I'm all up for new characters. He's probably going to be one I'm going to get good with. I'm going to try anyway, someone completely different that no one would expect someone using. Now back to the main menu screen, something that at the moment seems very bare bones to any Street Fighter game. Well, not as bare bones as the originals, but you know what I mean, compared to Street Fighter 4 anyway. The story mode lets you complete it with every character, which I think would take about an hour to be honest. Then you get your versus mode to play alongside friends, and survival mode. This is probably going to be the only thing you're going to play more than anything else, more than story, and it's quite challenging. Speaking of challenges. Yep, but you can't play it until March, that's a shame. Then you get your training to perfect your skills, like always, battle settings, I think you know what that is. And you get Capcom Fighting Network, so you can view replays, watch back battles, watch people that you like, search people like I don't think hardly anyone did apart from Daigo or the top players. And you can't access the shop yet, which is quite surprising considering this is Capcom. Battle Lounge, where you can create a lobby and have everyone playing against each other. I always like doing that on Street Fighter 4, I had lots of fun with that. Ranked match, so you can get points, lose and get angry. Now, although at first it took me quite a while to find a match, after that I did get into some of them and I didn't experience any lag that people are talking about. If anything, it was probably the best I've ever tried it on any of the Street Fighter games online. That's quite a good thing, I guess. You can even set it so that you only play versus PC or PS4 players. You know, as it's cross-platform now to PS4 and PC. So that's good. I came across some really tough players on this game. Yep, they're already there, already really hard. They know how to count frames, you name it. But I sent some people packing. I smacked some people, got smashed more. I sent one dude back in a bus to go home and make some dinner or something. Look at this. Yeah, mate, you got smashed. Now go home. See ya! Now this time, instead of your ultra combo, you have a V skill or V trigger, which can be charged up by parrying or blocking moves. Now you activate it by hitting high punch and high kick really quickly, and then it causes some deadly effects. You can smash people up quicker. You don't have it up for long anyway. Now something I need to mention that I think upset a lot of people that purchased this game. Where is story mode, like the real story mode, arcade ladder, arcade mode, where is it? Not everyone wants to play online. I mean, when you wanted to learn the game and enjoy it, get to know it, you would play the ladder mode, arcade mode. You could change your difficulty, time. You could turn off fight requests. It was the best thing ever. You could select any character, know their story and get an ending. And at the end of all of this you would fight a last boss. Like Bison or Seth. And that was it. That's what it led up to. Fighting that last person, taking them down. You win. You won the game. You're the master. You're the Street Fighter champion. That not being added straight off the bat is really strange. Especially for a Street Fighter. And I can see a lot of people getting angry about it. I've heard that they're introducing a real story mode that's going to be coming sometime later this year, but why isn't that in the game straight away? If that's the case, we're missing an arcade mode. And realistically, that's how most people got good at the game. That's how they learnt with their characters. They would play each character, play it through to the end, learn their moves, perfect it, get every ending, and that's how they got to know the characters. You would know who your favourites were. It's just something Street Fighter's always been known for, and this Street Fighter, although I do like it, yes I do, okay, I love it, I love Street Fighter games, whenever there's a new one, and it's not that I'm biased or stupid, come on, I just play them, I like them, it's the only games I can come back to and just chill out on. The Street Fighters to me are always something where if I don't want to take gaming seriously, I could just go back to them, play them and turn them off and I'm done. But this, a bit, I must say, does feel unfinished. It feels like DLC on a disc. That's what it feels like an activation code and then you're playing it. It doesn't feel like a complete package like they used to be. Before you would stick the cartridge or disc in and everything you played or whatever you saw in front of you was the full game. You had to unlock everything yourself and it was already on the cartridge or disc when you were playing it. All it took was for you to manage to get through it. So many game developers are guilty of this now, so it's not just Capcom. But instead of making so many different variations of Street Fighter 5, I think this is how they're going to do it, by adding things later on. One big saving grace is that you can actually unlock most of this stuff by actually playing the game. Yes, you can get points by playing it with certain characters, meeting certain conditions, doing certain things which give you points. That's just something that upset me a bit. I think it's a current trend that all gaming is doing now. You know, pretty much every developer's doing it this way. But I guess there's no way out of it. The game is good and I do love it, and I do want to make this my new Street Fighter that I play. And you can use a PS3 arcade stick. Just plug it in, providing your PS4 controller is connected. So, Street Fighter 5 or V, what do I think of it? Yep, like I said, I love it. Look at this scenery. Oh my god, it's crazy to think after all these years, 25 years is it now? That is mental. But like I said, I'm always going to be playing these games. I'll always support the franchise, and I think so will many people. Well, I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like this video, feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are as well. Okay? Alan the Urban Arcade, signing off. I'll see you later. Bye.